Welcome to another exciting English speaking lesson. I'm Sarah, and my speaking partner is Stefan. Hi, Stefan. How's it going?
It's going very well. Thanks for asking, Sarah. So what are we going to learn today, Sarah?
Today's conversation is going to be a very interesting one. Today we'll be discussing a Disney movie called Maleficent, and we will see how this type of movie helps you learn speaking faster.
Wow, that's great. What are we waiting for then? Let's get started.
Okay, so we are jumping into a story that I think so many people know, or at least they think they know.
Right, the story of Sleeping Beauty, but this is from a completely different angle.
Exactly. This is all about Maleficent, and it really digs into how she became the villain we all recognize. It's a story of betrayal and revenge, but also something else.
Redemption. And to get there, you really have to start at the beginning, with the world itself. The story is so good at setting up this immediate divide.
It really is. It feels a bit like medieval Scotland, and you've got these two kingdoms right on the border of each other.
And they could not be more different.
Let's start with the human kingdom. The movie is pretty blunt about it. It's ruled by King Henry, and he's just described as greedy.
Yeah, no ambiguity there. And that greed kind of defines the whole human world. It's all about ambition, power, control, taking things that aren't yours.
Which is the perfect contrast to the other world, the Moors.
The Moors is everything the human kingdom isn't. It's pure magic, pure nature.
And the most important part, it has no ruler.
No ruler. It's this beautiful, thriving land full of magical creatures, fairies, and they just exist. And among them, Maleficent is, the strongest, the most powerful of the fairies.
So she's their natural protector. Not a queen, not a ruler, but a guardian.
Exactly. And you can see the conflict brewing from a mile away. You've got this greedy, structured monarchy that wants more resources.
Staring right across the border at a land that has everything they could possibly want.
It immediately frames the humans as the aggressors, which is a really interesting flip from the classic fairy tales.
Yeah, where magic is usually the threat.
Here, the threat starts small. It's not an army that invades first, it's just a boy.
A human boy named Stefan.
And what's he doing? He's trying to steal a gem from a pool. It's that same human greed, just on a smaller scale.
But Maleficent catches him, or her guards do, and she steps in.
And you expect her to be furious to punish him, but she doesn't.
No, she's actually... she's fair, she's reasonable. She just convinces him to give it back.
Yeah.
And then she personally walks him to the border.
This scene is so important because it shows you who she was before everything went wrong. She was trusting. She was capable of seeing the good in others.
And they find this common ground, don't they?
They do. They're both orphans. That one little detail bridges this huge gap between their two worlds.
It makes them equals, in a way, even though contact between their people is forbidden.
Right. And Stefan promises to come back. That connection they make is stronger than any rule.
And it deepens so quickly. They become best friends. And
But more than that, they fall in love. Which brings us to a really key moment.
her 16th birthday.
He gives her a true love's kiss.
And the movie really emphasizes this. It's not just a sweet romantic beat, it's a narrative anchor. The story's telling you, pay attention to this. This is what true love is supposed to be.
It sets a benchmark that the rest of the film is going to systematically destroy and then redefine. Because if that love was as pure as it seemed...
Then the betrayal couldn't have happened.
Exactly. But as the years go by, Stefan's ambition starts to pull him away. The visits become less frequent, and then they stop altogether.
The pull of the human world of becoming someone important was just stronger than his promise to her.
While he's chasing ambition, she's hardening into her role. She's the protector of the Moors, and she has to be.
Because King Henry finally makes his move.
The big invasion. He and his army try to conquer the Moors once and for all.
And this is where we see Maleficent's true power. She leads the forest army, these amazing tree creatures.
And she's incredible. She completely repels the attack. She even mortally wounds the king himself.
Which basically makes her public enemy number one. She's now this unbeatable, terrifying, magical force in the eyes of the humans.
And the dying king, Henry, makes one last, fateful proclamation.
He promises his crown and his daughter's hand in marriage to whoever can kill Maleficent.
And you can just see the light bulb go on over Stefan's head.
This is it. This is his chance. Everything he's ever wanted is right there for the taking.
And the story's very clear. There's no real hesitation in his mind. The ambition he's had his whole life just takes over.
He chooses power over love, over history, over her.
And that leads to one of the most brutal betrayals in, I think, any Disney movie.
It's just awful. He goes back to the moors, pretending he's come back for her.
Playing the part of the lover one last time, he lowers her guard completely.
He even drugs her.
Yeah.
And while she's unconscious, he can't bring himself to kill her.
Which you might think is a moment of mercy, but what he does instead is, in many ways, so much worse.
It really is. He cuts off her wings.
Her wings. I mean, it's not just that she can't fly anymore. They were a part of her, a symbol of her power, her freedom, her very nature as a fairy.
It's a mutilation. He stole her identity.
And he takes them back to the king as proof that he killed her. And with that, he buys his kingdom.
The effect on her is, you can't even put it into words. She's just physically and emotionally shattered.
She's lost everything. Her ability to fly, her trust in anyone, her love.
So she leaves the moors, she hides away in this abandoned castle completely alone.
And it's in that isolation, in that grief, that the Maleficent we all know starts to form.
This is where she gets her first new ally, if you can call him that, Diaval.
Right, the Raven. She saves him from a farmer, turning him into a man. But it's not an act of kindness. It feels more like a convenient use of power.
It's a transaction. He is so grateful that he pledges his life to her. He becomes her servant.
And look at that dynamic. The open, trusting, equal love she had with Stefan is gone. Now she has a relationship based on debt and servitude.
He becomes her eyes and ears, her wings, in a sense.
Her way of interacting with a world she can no longer trust. That trauma, losing her wings, just defines everything about who she becomes next.
So her grief has to go somewhere, and it quickly starts turning into rage.
Well, first she needs to know for sure, was it worth it for him?
And Diaval provides the proof. He flies to the castle and sees it all.
He sees Stefan being crowned king. He sees him marrying the Princess Layla. He sees him get everything he ever wanted.
And that's the final nail in the coffin, knowing he built his new life on a piece of her that he stole.
That's when the rage just consumes her. She goes back to the moors, but she's different now. She's not their protector anymore.
She declares herself their queen.
It's a huge shift. She's imposing that human structure of rule onto this free, magical land.
And her first act as queen says it all.
The Wall of Thorns. This massive, impenetrable barrier around the entire moors.
It's so symbolic, isn't it? It's the physical version of the wall she's built around her own heart.
Exactly. Nothing human, nothing deceitful is ever getting in again. She's protecting her home, but she's also isolating it.
And this sets the stage for the main event, the revenge plot.
A year goes by. Stefan and his new queen have a daughter, Aurora. And Diaval, of course, brings Maleficent the news of the christening.
It's the perfect opportunity, the perfect stage for her revenge.
And her arrival is just pure, delicious villainy. It's all theater.
Yeah.
She wants to cause the most fear, the most psychological pain possible.
She strolls into the party and lays down the curse.
And the details are so specific, so cruel. On her 16th birthday, Aurora will prick her finger on the spindle of a spinning wheel.
And fall into a sleep like death.
It's not a quick death. It's delayed torture for Stefan. He has to live for 16 years knowing this is coming, dreading every single day.
It's psychological warfare.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And when Stefan begs her for a way out, she adds the loophole. But it's not a real loophole.
No, it's the ultimate insult.
The curse can only be broken by true love's kiss.
And she says it with such cynicism, because after what Stefan did to her, she is 100% certain that true love does not exist.
And Stefan believes it too. He knows what he did. He knows that kind of love is a fantasy. So in her mind, she's made the curse unbreakable.
It's a brilliant, cruel piece of magic, and it sends Stefan into a complete downward spiral.
His paranoia just takes over.
Yeah.
His first move is to try and fight the magic with bureaucracy.
Right. He orders every single spinning wheel in the kingdom to be found and burned.
Like that's gonna stop a magical curse.
Yeah.
And then he makes another terrible decision. He sends his daughter away.
He completely gives up his role as a father, all because he's so terrified of Maleficent.
He sends Aurora to live in a cottage in the woods with 3 pixies.
Knotgrass, Thistlewit, and Flittle, and they're disguised as her human aunts.
And you see right away this was a terrible plan.
Oh, they are just comically bad at being guardians.
They have no idea how to live like humans. They can't cook, they can't clean, they're constantly fighting. They're just completely incapable of raising a child.
Which is a really important choice by the storytellers, because their incompetence creates a vacuum.
A vacuum that someone else will have to fill.
Meanwhile, back at the castle, Stefan is just rotting from the inside out.
His entire life becomes about one thing: hunting Maleficent. He forgets about being a king, a husband, a father.
He starts pouring all the kingdom's resources into making iron weapons.
Which is a very specific detail from folklore. Iron is the one thing that can burn fairies, that can nullify their magic.
So he's not just building an army, he's building an anti-magic industrial complex.
And he becomes so consumed by it. There's that devastating moment where his wife, the queen, is on her deathbed.
And he won't even go to see her. He's too obsessed with his maps and his plans for revenge.
He's already lost everything. His family, his soul. He's living in a prison of his own making, long before the curse ever comes to pass.
Which sets up the most beautiful irony of the whole story.
That the curse she created to destroy love is actually the very thing that's going to create it.
Right. Because Maleficent, she can't just set the curse and walk away. She has to watch. She has to make sure her revenge plays out.
So she has Diaval find where they've hidden the baby, which he does immediately, and she starts observing from the shadows.
And what she sees is the pixies almost letting the baby get hurt through their sheer incompetence.
Constantly. And Maleficent, maybe out of irritation at first, she starts to intervene.
She saves the baby from falling off a cliff. She makes sure she's fed.
She's doing the job of a mother without even realizing it. She becomes this silent, unseen guardian.
This goes on for years. This bond is built not on words, but on quiet, consistent acts of protection.
Until Aurora is 15, and she finally comes face to face with this shadowy figure who has always been watching over her.
And she calls her her fairy godmother.
The irony is just staggering. But from Aurora's perspective, it's true. This dark fairy has been the most positive, protective force in her entire life.
And this relationship just blossoms. Maleficent lets Aurora into the moors, and they form this incredibly close mother-daughter bond.
It's the one thing she never expected. She's accidentally cultivated the one thing she no longer believed in: true love.
And the moment she realizes how much she cares for Aurora, she panics.
She becomes desperate. The thought of the curse coming true is now unbearable to her. So she tries to undo it.
She uses all of her power, everything she has, to try and take the curse back.
But she can't. It's too strong. Her own words come back to haunt her. No power on earth can change it.
Her own hatred has trapped them both.
So she tries to find another way out. Right before the 16th birthday, she offers Aurora a permanent home in the moors, a way to keep her safe.
And Aurora accepts in a heartbeat. She would rather live with her fairy godmother than go back to the pixies or a family she doesn't know.
But fate, or the story, has other plans. The day before her birthday, she bumps into someone in the woods.
Prince Philip.
And the way their meeting is described is so important, they become mildly attached.
Mildly attached. It's not love at first sight. It's not this grand, sweeping romance.
No, the story is deliberately downplaying it. But Diaval, he's pragmatic. He sees the clock ticking and thinks, hey, maybe this is the guy. He's a prince.
But Maleficent just dismisses it. She is still so cynical about that kind of romantic love, the kind that betrayed her.
And just when things couldn't get more complicated, the pixies finally tell Aurora the truth.
Because Aurora tells them she's leaving to live in the moors, and they have to stop her. So they tell her everything. Her real parents, the kingdom, the curse.
And who cast it?
That must have been like a knife to the heart. The person she loves and trusts most in the world is the reason her life is in danger.
She runs straight to Maleficent, completely heartbroken, and confronts her. And Maleficent can't deny it.
That beautiful bond they built over 16 years is just shattered in an instant.
So a distraught Aurora flees to the only place she thinks she can be safe: her father's castle.
And Maleficent goes into crisis mode. She knows what's coming. In a moment of desperation, she tells Diaval to go find Prince Philip.
It's a last-ditch effort. Maybe that mild attachment is better than nothing.
But Stefan, in his paranoia, makes everything worse. When Aurora arrives, he doesn't embrace her. He doesn't comfort her.
He yells at the pixies for bringing her back too early and locks her in her room.
He treats her like a security risk, not a daughter.
And then, as the sun starts to set, the curse takes hold. It's like a magnetic force. It literally pulls Aurora out of her room.
It leads her down into the dungeons, to the pile of burned spinning wheels.
And one of them magically reassembles itself. The spindle glows.
She reaches out, pricks her finger, and falls.
The curse is fulfilled. Maleficent's revenge is complete. and it has cost her the only person she's learned to love again.
So now we get to the big test, the loophole.
Maleficent manages to get into the castle, dragging a very confused Prince Philip with her.
She had to put him in a trance just to get him past the guards.
The pixies see him, and they are overjoyed. They shove him towards Aurora and tell him to kiss her.
This is it, the classic fairy tale moment.
And he does, and nothing happens.
Nothing. The kiss fails.
Because they barely know each other. That mild attachment isn't true love. And this is the moment the movie completely breaks from the old story. It's rejecting that trope.
So after Philip is shuffled out of the room, Maleficent is left there alone with the sleeping Aurora.
And she just breaks down. It's maybe her most vulnerable moment. She's crying. And she apologizes for what her anger and hatred have done.
It is a moment of pure, selfless love and regret, and she leans down and gives Aurora a gentle kiss on the forehead.
A mother's kiss. A guardian's kiss.
And Aurora wakes up.
She wakes up. And that's the big reveal. That was true love's kiss.
The unconditional, protective, maternal love she had developed for this child over 16 years, that was the magic powerful enough to break the most powerful curse.
It completely redefines what true love means in this world. It's not about romance, it's about sacrifice and earned devotion.
Her own heart was the key to undoing her own revenge, but the fight isn't over.
No. King Stefan is still out there, and he hears the commotion. He knows she's in the castle.
The final confrontation is inevitable, as Maleficent, Aurora, and Diaval try to leave their ambush.
Stefan is ready for her. He's been waiting for this moment for 16 years. He springs the trap.
The iron net.
It drops on her, and you can see it burning her. It's that weaponized folklore coming back.
Yeah.
He's got her.
Diaval, in a moment of true loyalty, tries to help. Maleficent uses the last of her strength to turn him into a dragon.
An incredible dragon.
Yeah.
And he fights off the soldiers, lifts the net, but there were just too many of them. They had too much iron. They managed to subdue him.
And with Maleficent weakened and trapped, Stefan moves in.
And he is just brutal. He starts beating her with an iron whip. All his hatred, all his fear from the last 16 years just pouring out.
He has become the monster.
But while this is happening, Aurora runs. She knows she has to do something. And she finds her father's room.
And inside, she finds the source of the original betrayal.
Maleficent's wings locked away in a glass case.
She breaks the case, she releases them, and just as Stefan is about to deliver the killing blow,
The wings fly across the castle and reattach themselves to Maleficent's back.
it's such a powerful moment. She is made whole again. The thing that was stolen from her is returned, all because of the love she earned from Aurora.
And now, with her full power back, the fight is over before it begins. She is unstoppable.
She easily handles the guards and frees Diaval.
And she drags Stefan to the highest tower of the castle for their final confrontation.
And she has him. He's at her mercy. She could end it right there.
But she doesn't. In the ultimate proof of her redemption, she looks at him and she lets him go. For Aurora's sake, she chooses to end the cycle of violence.
But Stefan can't. He is incapable of letting go of his hate.
He gets up and attacks her from behind. They both go tumbling off the tower.
And in that final moment, Maleficent soars. Her wings carry her back up into the sky.
And Stefan, weighed down by his crown and his ambition and his hatred, falls to his death.
It's his own obsession that destroys him in the end, not her magic.
With Stefan gone, the conflict is truly over, and Maleficent's first act is to tear down that wall of thorns.
The physical barrier comes down, just as her emotional one has.
And then she does something truly selfless. She gives up her own power.
She resigns as Queen of the Moors, and instead she crowns Aurora as the Queen of both kingdoms.
The human kingdom and the fairy kingdom. The child who belongs to both worlds is now the bridge between them.
It's the perfect resolution. The two lands are finally united, not through conquest, but through love and sacrifice.
And you get that lovely final shot. Aurora is with Philip, their relationship now free to grow in a time of peace.
And Maleficent, whole and happy, is flying free in the skies with Diaval, her true friend, by her side. She's not a villain, not a queen, she's just herself again.
Her transformation is absolute. The most powerful magic in the end wasn't the curse she cast, but her capacity to love again.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? If the most powerful curse imaginable isn't broken by some destined romance, but by a messy, difficult, earned love, what does that say about the relationships that truly matter in our own lives?
It definitely forces you to reevaluate what true strength and true love really look like. It's not the fantasy, it's the reality of choosing to care for someone no matter the cost.
Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon because this is how you'll get the notification immediately. See you in the next lesson. Bye-bye.